Welcome to the Investment Process Channel. I am C3 Christopher Campbell. This is a channel where we teach people how to create generational wealth through trading. Let's get into the trading week. This is I believe it's week 3. This is January 18th, 2026. I'm going to go over the trading plan. I'm going to cover our usual suspects of NASDAQ futures, S&P futures, Dow, and gold. I haven't really been looking at any stocks lately, but now is the time to look at the market overall. I am going to do some other tutorials this week. Just be on the lookout for them. But let's get into the trading week. Okay, here's our daily for gold. As we see, we broke the previous high. So again, gold has continued to trend up. There was some news about how the banks are going to start managing the actual physical asset of gold, and also how margins are going to be managed. You can go on the CME website and see that information, just to always be aware of the instruments that you're trading if they are being affected by anything. So they will, CME is changing the way they manage their margins for gold, because you see gold has just been kind of taken off. So they're putting in some framework to manage gold better. So anywho, with that being said, again, gold broke the high. You see we had some equal lows right here. Gold came right back into this area. Also came back into this imbalance. Looks like it's pretty much cleaned it up. We still have this gap down here that it has not cleaned up. Again, we did break this high, so we're looking for support to be put in for price to continue up. We did not get up here to our, I'm just going to say 47.32 target, so still has some room to go. Let's go ahead and look at the monthly. Again, monthly looking good. Last week we had a close above the previous month's high. Nothing shocking there. Price came right back into that area that first week and then continued up. Look at the weekly. Gap up last week. What would be nice to get a good position? Again, we closed above here. What would be nice is if we could come right back into this gap and continue up this month. It's not guaranteed that's going to happen. So what we're really going to be looking for, and I'm going to put this here, is price to come right back, more so probably into this area here, where we had that weekly support from the previous week, and price continue up. So 45.28 or 45.30. We would love for price to come back into this area. Let's look at the, yep, see, it's a little bit of what's left of that imbalance. We see price is rejected from that support aggressively the last day of the week, Thursday and Friday. As price came down, it rejected very aggressively. So from that support area. So it would be nice to see that. So what we're looking for, again, price to come down, put in support, like at least on the hourly level, see that shift, and then get position once it breaks the structure and pulls back. Doesn't necessarily have to do that. Let's look at this hour. So we're waiting on something specifically like this, right? We see it comes in and puts in support. We have that breaker structure here, pulls back, and then price continues up. That's exactly what we're looking for to happen from the beginning of this week. We want price to go ahead and pull back down into this area. You see specifically on the hour, it rejected. Come right back into this area, put in support, see that shift, like right here. Here we have a shift right here. See that price put in this shift where we have a breaker structure. But I'm saying, but at the same time, I'm looking at this area here where we have an equal low on this hour candle. So I wouldn't be surprised again if price revisits this area for gold. So that's our plan for gold. Let's go over here to NASDAQ. So here's our NASDAQ futures. We see we put our 4-hour support in right there. It's been kind of hopping all over it. Price is still kind of consolidating. So there was not much action on NAS last week. I took a couple of losses later in the week, and this is rightfully so. So we see prices in consolidation on the daily, and it hasn't really moved within this. It's about to do something. So let's recognize the market as it stands. So market as it stands right now is in consolidation. It's even coiling. It's getting tighter and tighter. So with this being said, we're looking for a shift of price, right? So we want to see like this here. We had a close above. It's looked like it put in support here. So somewhere we're looking for like an hourly support. Let's look at the monthly. If we look at the monthly here, look, the monthly is within the previous month's candle. It hasn't taken out a high or a low. We want to see it move in either direction so we can have a inkling of where price is going to within this month. Right now it's bullish, but it hasn't taken out a high or a low. It's just kind of went to the previous month's high and didn't even quite get to the previous month's low. So it's kind of right in the middle, which is showing us pretty much consolidation. Weekly, same thing. Like I said, it's kind of coiling tighter and tighter. This was the weekly range, and then it moved down to here, and now it's like right within this zone here. So I had that daily smaller range put out there so we could see where price is pretty much. But for now, price is like it's consolidating, and it's tighter and tighter. See this breaker structure here, and it kind of pulled back. It didn't even take out this low, but it did take out this high. What we're looking for again on the open, we want price to pull back, not take out this previous week's low, not take out this previous week's low, this support right here, and then continue up and take out the previous week's high. So we're looking for somewhere around there. See, daily. Come right back into the support area, then take off. Now, I don't see any inconsistencies in price other than where it revisited last week. But looking at this 4 hour, we see the 4 hours showing bearish, so it hasn't put in support yet. Like right here, there's support here. Took out that equal low. Yeah, I don't see anything other than right here. And we have this 4 hour gap right here. So wouldn't be surprised if price revisits this area, puts in support, and then starts taking off. But right now, looking at this, we had that small breaker structure. We need to see price put in support. And again, if we see it put in support, you can put your stop loss below here, and then ride it up to our targets, at least to the high of the range. So that's what we have for NAS, but right now NAS is in consolidation, so plan accordingly and plan your risk accordingly if you're going to get a position. Right now, it's showing there's no action. Let's go over here to S&P. Now, S&P is a little different. We have a break above the previous high, and it's put in some rejection area. It is, how are we gonna do this? Not how, this is it. The trend is up for this consolidation. It's not showing any, let's use this here. It's not showing any, it's showing that, prices continued up. It keeps putting in higher lows. It did back down just a little bit, but overall the trend is up. So with S&P, this is the daily. We're looking for, looks like price put in support. We're looking for places to enter if you do not already have a position. Price did come back below our 50% mark where we were looking for it to come, and it dipped right into where? That 97.27, what we were waiting on. If you got position there and you were able to right almost up to the high of the range. That was an excellent position. Um, how we're gonna do this? Let's look at the monthly first before I start moving the daily range. So monthly overall, we're above the other two uh, months high. We've even tapped above the previous month's high. So of course, we want to close above here for this month to show that the bullish momentum is still continuing. Right now, it's looking really good. Let's look at this weekly. Weekly, we have last week was a bearish candle. Even with that bearish candle, we're above everybody else. Again, it tapped right into that 50% mark that we were looking for. So daily, this is our range. Now, I'm going to leave the low of our range here. Some people would state that it's here. I'm going to leave it here. And again, we see price come in to the 50% mark to get support, right? We want to see price coming to 50% of the range to get a good position. Look at this 4 hour. Don't quite see any imbalances or any inconsistencies. Price revisit that one inconsistency previously for like 2 days ago from the overnight session. Um, yeah, nothing standing out to me right now. Again, this is our 50% mark of our daily. So we're just looking for price not to break this low, touch right into this 50% mark on this daily, and then continue up. That's what we're looking for on S&P. Where our take profit, initial take profit is high, is the previous high, right? That's not a bad, not a bad situation at all. Just look at risk management. To the high day. It's about 3 to 1. It's 3 to 1. Not gonna be mad at a 3 to 1. So uh that's what we have for S&P. Let's go over here to the Dow Jones. So here we are with the Dow. We see we had that break of structure, the previous high, open our range up. Did not quite make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did not quite make it down past the 50% mark, but it did create a higher high. So overall, the Dow is up. Let's look at the monthly. See where a good entry is. Again, overall up. It's the body of the candle, which most of the prices last week closed above the previous month's high. So that's showing some good strength. Even with, we're looking at the weekly right now, even with the weekly closing, we see it was a strong support from the previous week. Support area that we had outlined, touched right into it and it took off, right? That's why we have these areas marked off. So, week, it's already done that. Let's look at the daily opportunities, support area here. I'm gonna go ahead and just delete this. Yeah, still had this imbalance here. Here's our 4 hour. Look at our 4 hour, looks like consolidation. Higher level looks like consolidation as well. Even though we are creating higher highs, it's just how I want to say it's in expansion with calculated marginal movement, right? So we're not looking for any super big moves right now. We're just looking to get a position in a support area and then, take out the high of the range, the daily range. 4 hour, again, don't really see anything. other than this area down here. If we're doing, looking for support, just like this right here, that's an area of support. This was an area of support to ride to the top. When it came back down, manager risk. Came back down. Boom, put in support again. Had the close above on the 4-hour, pull back, bam. This is another pullback right here. So it looks like it's putting in support right here. So again, what I'd be looking for is maybe on an hour. Make this 4-hour support. For support to be put in here in this area here. If it's not, then again we're looking for support somewhere down here. Right now, this is the area 49 430 or 428 is the area we're looking for price to put in support. That's our new high. Okay. So overall, market's up for the Dow, climbing slowly but surely. Not a lot of huge moves. So I think it's getting it settled in for the year. But we're going to be looking for price action to happen. Just be aware of like a lot of this news coming out. Price getting volatile right during those announcements. If you are trading news, just be careful. That's our trading plan for the week. Again, this is the 18th of January. I believe this week 3 of 2026. This is the Investment Process channel. Have a great trading week.